Hello, we're now talking to Joesph Hunton, who is our admissions director for the Hellerwerk School of Structural Integration, and he's also an associate trainer for Hellerwerk faculty. And Joesph, you've been very involved in the admissions of students into our program. Would you give us a little idea of what the admissions process is like?
Certainly I can. The admissions process is basically a three-step process. The student fills out the initial application, which they can do online. We receive the application and we send out an interview package where we give them a series of questions that's really designed to be an exploration, a way for them to really understand the components of the training and what's involved in it, and what kind of considerations they should be taking, whether this is going to be the right program for them at the right time. And then we do an admissions interview with them over a video conference platform. The admissions team meets. We decide if we think the student is going to be a good fit for our program, and if they are, then we go into the final process of enrollment where we send them all the paperwork to get them all enrolled and ready to go.
Thank you. So, are there any financial is there any financial help available for students in this program?
That's a great question. Yeah, we are very excited because we have partnered with the Universal College of Healing Arts here in Omaha. We are able to offer federal financial aid, the same type of financial aid programs that you would have access to with any community college or four-year college. You apply the same way. It has really created a level of access to our program that we've never had before, and we're tickled to be able to offer that to the students.
That's very exciting. So, what are the class sizes like? What's an ideal class size?
Well, the class sizes vary. We tend to keep them on the smaller side. We like to give the students a lot of individual attention. We have a very high instructor to student ratio, somewhere between 4 to 6 students per teacher. Class sizes vary from in the teens up into the low 20s.
Okay. And when is the next class going to begin?
Our next program starts October of 2017. We are in the enrollment admissions process now. We've got a lot of excited potential students who are contacting us, and we're feeling very positive that we're going to have a great class put together.
That's great. Joesph, how do you, as far as the curriculum of the training, how do you teach new practitioners how to work with clients in the domain of counseling and dialogue and processing, which is really a unique feature to Hellerwerk?
Yeah, the somatic dialogue is a unique feature in the Hellerwerk program, and really in the structural integration bodywork world. We don't consider ourselves counselors. We don't teach counseling. What we do is teach our students how to guide their clients through an exploration around the mind-body connection, how our emotional reality impacts our body and how our body impacts our emotional reality, and really the fact that they're just so completely interconnected that you can't work with one without touching the other and influencing the other.
Mm-hmm. Well, as comprehensive as this training sounds like it is, what's it like for people once they do their training? Can they actually get jobs, make a living? How does it work?
Well, we are a big believer in that we want our students to graduate and go right to work. We actually want them to have their practice in place. So when they leave our doors, they step into their office and they start working. So during the training, we have them working on practice clients. We teach them how to give presentations on the work. We teach them how to give workshops to build their practice. And they essentially, by the time they leave, they have a business plan, they have an office set up, and many of them will be going to work within a couple of days after they graduate.
That sounds really great. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the program as far as how demanding is it? Because I just would like to know, like, for example, how many hours per week would the homework be?
Well, we don't really give homework. The program is a blended program in terms of we have the on-site, which is done in a series of 5 classroom intensives, which last approximately 15 days. And then in between those intensives, we have 2 to 3 months of online learning where the students go into online classrooms and continue their learning process while they're gone. And it depends a bit on the student in terms of, are they a fast learner, are they a slow learner, do they like to take their time with the online work? So I would estimate that students are looking at between 10 up to 20 hours a week of online classroom in between the classroom intensives.
Okay. Now, what about people that work full-time? How does a student like that manage to be in this training?
Well, it's challenging and it's doable. It's challenging in the fact that you would have to take off 2 weeks every 3 months for those 5 classroom intensives. So you would have to have a cooperative work situation. And then you would have to have the time to do the online work while you're working. I worked full-time when I went through my training, and I have to say that it stretched me and it felt doable. And it was really the only way I could do the training. I would not have been able to afford to quit my job and do a training. This way I was able to bring in income the whole time I was training and then transition between careers after I graduated.
Very good. As far as the classes themselves, what's the ratio between men and women students?
Well, that will vary in every class. As in most bodywork fields, it seems to attract more women practitioners than it does men. I could give you some theories on that, but they would just be theories. In our classes, in our present class, we are probably 35-65, 35% men, 65% women.
Okay. Joesph, as far as the quality of the training, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as the best. It's extremely high quality level of work that we expect from our students, so we expect that same high quality from our faculty. Our goal is to turn out the best possible structural integration practitioners and body workers that is possible.